Hey, it's Kobra here at MaddenGuides.com, and for this video breakdown, I want to take a look at 5 zone blitzes that you can run in Madden 26 from the Pittsburgh Steelers playbook that doesn't require any pre-snap adjustments. The first zone blitz that we want to show as far as not making any pre-snap adjustments is called 3-4 odd will buck 3 press. Now this particular defense here, the pressure's end up coming from this guy right here, which is the weak inside linebacker. He's going to shoot through this B gap and he'll end up applying the pressure on the quarterback. So let's go ahead and run it and you can see what I mean here. Just watch as he shoots through here and then he'll get the pressure on the quarterback. And right there he shoots through and gets in there real quick. So that one's real simple to set up. We'll run it again here without having to make any adjustments, but this is definitely one worth checking out if you guys are interested in running any type of defenses out of 3-4. Let's run it one more time here. Again, he just shoots right through the B gap and gets to the quarterback. This next defense that we want to show as far as a zone blitz without having to make any pre-snap adjustments out of the Steelers playbook is called 3-4 even Mike Scrape 3 press. Now this one, as you look at your screen, the pressure is going to come from one or two guys, or it may come from both of them. A lot of times it will come from this linebacker here, which is the left outside linebacker, or it may come from the left inside linebacker. Now on occasion, they both may get pressure. Regardless, they're both going to get the pressure from the outside. So if you watch this one, you're definitely going to, on occasion, you'll get it from this guy, as I pointed out earlier, and then this one here as well. What he'll do is he'll loop around to the outside, and then he'll go after the quarterback. So what I want to do here is I want to take a look at this one and show you what this one can do here. So let's run it a couple different times to see what kind of results we get here. So right there, the first time we run it, we get the loop around and we end up getting the pressure on the quarterback, mainly from the left inside linebacker gets in free. The left outside linebacker actually ended up getting blocked, but eventually got in. Let's run it again, the same thing. This time it comes from the left outside linebacker. So that's what you're going to end up seeing with this particular defense. And like I said, on occasion, you may end up seeing it coming from both of the guys. This time it just comes from the, again, from the left inside linebacker. So that one's called 3-4 even Mike Scrape 3 press. Our number 3 zone blitz, where you don't have to make any adjustments before the snap out of the Steelers playbook. This play is called the nickel 2-4 overload 3 seam. Now, most of the time with this particular defense, you're going to notice that against this particular formation, the gun trip's tied in, that this nickel back is lined up way out to the outside. Now, he will get pressure. I promise you that. He'll end up shooting through the B gap eventually here. It just takes a while to get there. But something you can do with this one, if you just want to make one other adjustment here, I know this is supposed to be without making any adjustment, but if you do this right here, and just make where you basically just show blitz and do it like this. Watch what happens now with this one against this particular formation. You end up getting some A-gap pressure coming from that linebacker. So depending on how you want to run it, that's 2 different ways. Now, I'm not saying that you can't run this one against certain formations. You can actually get this guy here, the one is nickelback who's lined up. He can line up a little bit tighter. There's some other things you can do to get him inside. You can always manually move him and stuff. But if you don't want to do anything, you just want to do it real quick, just hit that right there. And a lot of times you shouldn't be getting some A-gap pressure, such as you see on your screen. So that's another blitz you set up. I kind of went a little bit off script right there, but that's one you can definitely get some pressure on the quarterback with. Our number 4 zone blitz, as far as not making any pre-snap adjustments, is another defense that's out of the nickel formation. This one's called nickel 2-4 double mug nickel 2 trap. I actually like this defense quite a bit. There's some adjustments you can make before the snap that actually makes it more effective. But for now, for the sake of the video, what we want to do here is we're just going to run it. Now, the guys you're going to get pressure from is from this one right here. This is going to be the nickel back. One or two things are going to happen. He's either going to come off the edge and get some outside pressure, or he may end up coming to the inside and squeezing in between the left guard and left tackle and apply the pressure on the quarterback. So one or two things usually happen with that. Now, sometimes he may not even get pressure. He may get blocked. But this is another defense that you can definitely bring some pressure on the quarterback. You can look right there and end up getting in there from the outside. So that's another one you can run there that's going to bring that pressure on the quarterback without having to make any adjustments. Let's go ahead and run it one more time here. Just take a look at it here and see what he gets this time. And then right there, he gets to the quarterback again. Again, it's from the outside. So on occasion, like I said, he may end up coming through the B gap, but regardless, he'll probably get in a lot of times. And again, that's not making any type of pre-snap adjustments. All right, our 5th and final zone blitz that we want to show as far as not making any pre-snap adjustments is out of the dime 2-3. It's called overload 3 press. Now, this particular setup here, or at least this particular defense, the pressure generally comes from this guy right here, which is the nickel back. He'll be coming up here. A lot of times he'll end up coming through the B gap, or you may end up seeing him where he actually gets the pressure from the outside. It really just depends on how the blocking sets up. Let's go ahead and run it and take a look at it and see what happens here as we run through this. Right there, you can see he gets to the outside and gets the pressure on the quarterback. Let's run it again and see if we can get some of that inside pressure from him. like I said, it's either going to come from the outside or it's going to come from the inside there. Right there, he ends up getting blocked, but we didn't get any pressure on this. One more time here and see what happens with this one. But like I said, this one's one of those ones that's either going to come from the outside or from the inside. And that time he ends up getting B-gap pressure, as you can see on your screen. So he does get through eventually. One thing you can do to make this one a little bit more effective, if you want to, if you so choose to do it, is to go ahead and call show blitz, such as there. And then that'll bring that nickel back in a little bit closer. And then you get that B-gap pressure a lot more quicker. So that might be something that you might want to do with this. So those are the 5 blitzes I want to show right off the bat that bring some pressure on the quarterback from the Steelers playbook that are zone blitzes that you don't have to make any pre-snap adjustments. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for more Madden guides, strategy, and tips content. See you in the next video.